Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. This is going to be a short video. It's going to be so short. And one point I want to get across. The point of, what do you think we go in debt every hour in this country? I want you to think of a number. Yes, it's in the millions. You got that number in your head? Every hour, the United States government goes in debt close to $100 million. I'm going to say that again, $100 million every hour. When you throw out big numbers to people like trillions, they don't understand how big that number is. But most people can understand $100 million. That's a lot of money. And we're doing that every hour around the clock. And in reality, it's actually larger than that, because some days we get these huge jumps of 50 or 100 million in one day. If this alone does not bring the government down, this one fact, with you Democrats, Republicans, Independents, even people that don't vote, if this doesn't take us to the streets to tell our government and our leaders, this is not acceptable. It'd be one thing if you were spending $100 million every hour, but you had a utopia. You had safe bridges to cross, which we don't. There's many, many bridges, thousands of bridges that are unsafe to travel on. If you didn't have homeless people living in the streets, if you didn't have vets needing mental help from what they had to suffer. But no, our whole infrastructure is collapsing. Our medical system is collapsing. Getting more and more boots on the ground of just failure in the medical system. $100 million an hour should, if we were, I want to say educated, if we knew what the repercussions of debt would be, we would go to the streets. We would take pots and pans and bang them together so the whole United States would be echoing, and politicians would get the message. But you know what? Even doing that won't do it. They don't care. They don't care what we do. They're so entrenched. We can't even take care of our own people, and we're letting millions upon millions upon millions in. Look at New York City. Look at New York State. Residents of that state that need assistance are being pushed to the back of the line when people like come to this country illegally, not with our permission or blessing. Well, I guess they do get our blessing. They get it from the politicians. They get it from the Democrats. And you know what? Don't let the Republicans fool you. They love this invasion. Because what does it do? Republicans are big business people. It drives the wage down for the working man. There's so much competition. Wages can be lowered. I just don't get it. If you ran it as a business and you were going into debt $100 million every hour, the shareholders would revolt. We as shareholders of this great country do nothing. I don't know if we're just not strong enough, men and women of character. Maybe we've been brainwashed. Maybe we're not educated. But this is one topic that everyone could unite on and throw the bums out. And that's putting it nicely. I would really like to tell you what we could do to these politician bums, but I'm going to be a gentleman and we'll just say we're going to throw the bums out. Really, that's insulting the bums. I need to apologize. I'm sorry. If you're a bum, I'm sorry. Politicians are worse than bums. Bums are not bad. There's no word to describe politicians today, be it Republican or Democrat. Maybe bloodsuckers. But you get the point. I want you just to think of $100 million every hour we go in debt. And as you're working hard and you paying your taxes, that money's being wasted. There must be so much corruption, because I can't imagine going into debt that much and having nothing to show for it. Our infrastructure is collapsing. We have hungry people in the streets. We have people that can't afford medical care. We have people that need dental work that can't get them, and they're in constant pain. But we can open the doors of this country and let everyone come in. I love humanity. I love people, but you know what? I'd rather take care of the poor person in Louisiana that needs some medical care. I'd rather take care of that kid in Chicago that needs some braces or needs something than to spend all this money. I don't know where we're spending it. Wasting it in foreign countries, giving it away. Someone's taking a cut off the top, and that's got to be a pretty big cut. This alone should cause a revolution in this country. $100 million of debt, which only leads to more slavery, more pain for my grandchildren, more pain for my son and daughter. Is there not enough men and women of integrity and character to decide that the consequences of doing nothing is catastrophic? And potentially, there will be consequences of stepping out and throwing the bums out. But the reward of doing that would be to renew the flame of liberty and freedom in this country. So if you're black, you're white, you're green, I don't care who the heck you are. We should all unite on this. Solve our debt problem. Take care of Americans first, then we can worry about other countries. Doesn't mean we need to bring them over here, but we can have a policy of peace in this world, and the United States government has no policy of peace. It is conflict, it is war. $100 million every hour. We can wait till it collapses, and then we can just beg for help when they roll out their digital dollar. Or with men and women of character, of integrity, we can just tell them, hey, we have had enough. We've had enough. Thanks for watching.